A patient buying cigarettes from his hospital bed in the 1950s, kind of like a dentist giving a kid some sugary candy. Paul Anderson back lifting 6,270 pounds, the most weight ever lifted by a human, 1957. A man trying out a stretching device which claimed to increase height by 2 to 6 inches in 1931. Masks worn by doctors during the plague. The beaks held scented substances. Pro wrestler Adrian Nichols demonstrating her fitness routine, 1948. Stella Grassman being tattooed in the early 1900s. The clay disc inserted into a woman's lower lip is a Suri tribe tradition, Lower Omo Valley, Ethiopia. An electric bath, 1910, used to treat rheumatism. Coca-Cola was first sold in 1894 with actual cocaine content, originally intended as a patent medicine. Children in an iron lung before the advent of the polio vaccination. Star Manufacturing Company produced this suntan vending machine back in the 1940s. Dentist's high-speed drill, the first ones, developed in the 1800s and before electricity, were powered by a foot pedal. Nurse showing newspaper headline about polio vaccine, to a man on chest respirator due to polio, 1955. A late 1800s pharmacy in New Zealand. Robert Wadlow is the tallest person in history. Wadlow reached 8 feet 11.1 inches in height. He died in 1940 aged 22. Tanning babies at the Chicago Orphan Asylum, 1925, to offset winter rickets. Frida Pushnik was born on February 10, 1923 in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Although healthy, Frida was born without arms or legs. In 1947, Mount Sinai performed the first kidney dialysis in the United States. A woman wearing a flu mask during the flu epidemic after the First World War, 1919. A woman using an electric inhaling apparatus which produces a medicated fog used in the treatment of colds and influenza, circa 1929. Joseph Carey Merrick, the 5th of August 1862 to the 11th of April 1890, was an English man with very severe face and body deformities who was first exhibited at a freak show as the Elephant Man. Electroconvulsive therapy, or electroshock, has a bad reputation, but medically its efficacy is well documented, even if nobody knows how it works. Fish oil. During the 1940s and 1950s, cod liver oil was routinely given to school children at school, but that practice ended with too many parents questions the rights of the schools and governments to administer mass medications to students without parental approval. Besides, people began to question the effectiveness of cod liver oil anyway. But recent studies have proven that fish oil is beneficial. The amino acids help in brain development and aid the body in fighting off disease. If we bring back fish oil to schools, I just hope they don't use the same spoon for every child. Lucy Hobbs Taylor was the first American woman to graduate from dental school, in the 1860s. Neurological exam with electrical device, 1884. Photographed in 1880, Myrtle Corbin was born a dipygus having 2 separately functioning pelvises and 4 legs. Portrait photos of the oldest Native American to have ever lived. Railroad first aid demonstration with a Johnson & Johnson first aid kit, circa 1800s. The first embalming tent of the Civil War. The man pictured did 4,000 embalmings over the entire war period. This tent is decorated for Christmas. The process of binding feet starts before the arches fully develop, somewhere between the ages of 4 and 9. Maud Stevens Wagner was the first known female tattoo artist in the U.S., 1907.